It's the Truth Hour with General Sara, Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be happy. That's right, it's going down tomorrow. If you didn't know, you know now. From Naga to Nigga, African Origins of the Hindu Kush, an epic, legendary lecture that you should not miss. Profound impact on the mental wisdom of the ancestors. You see, I don't know any other lecture that is, on this topic as extensive as from Naga to Nigga. You feel me? So most definitely click that link down in the video description. Begin to think and have your behind in the place to mob. That's right, Rini Alarm, Seti.com, online marketplace, official General Sara Seti DVDs, t-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry for the family. And right now we got 25% off everything under the sales tab. You should, go there immediately and get you something nice for a discount. 25% off everything under the sales tab. Again, we got African and Kemetic jewelry, necklaces, medallions, West Africa, East Africa, holistic herbal tonics and remedies. We got home decor for the family, accessories for every room in the house, living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you. 25% off, family. KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Over 900 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, mental warfare, advanced African academics developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Sara Seti website. Join today, get your ass in class. Highlighting Too Raw for YouTube, banned General Seti videos. So you already know it's fire already. The Black Woman is God video librarian series plus, did I say the Black Woman is God video library series and catalog, plus over 900 videos on African history, heritage, and religion. We got the making of a nigga, so raw it can only be shown on GeneralSeti.com. The making of the white man from the caves of Europe to the hills of Appalachia, so raw it can only be shown on GeneralSeti.com. All that and then some. General Seti, keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise, we never come. Exclusive live streams, too hot to handle on YouTube. Nah, let me go and drop the one we dropping today. Let me go and drop the one we dropping today. Was ancient Egypt powered by vibranium-like stones from the Congo? We're going in. We're going to show and prove. You see, I throw my own alley-oop and catch that motherfucker off the backboard and tear the backboard down. That's how I do. You see what I'm saying? So this is the one we highlighting today. I believe it's going down at 6:30. You see, not long after, the first two videos of the day. You see, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sara Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing crazy. Because I will ban your ass. You be up out of here and the moderator's going to ban you too. We ain't playing no games. I see family out there. Okay. Yeah, we got positive news today. We got positive news today. They saying that Adidas is set to lose $1 billion, $1.3 billion. You see what I'm saying? For dropping Kanye West from Adidas. And you see, and so, they didn't put themselves, they didn't shot themselves in the thigh bone and shit, you know what I'm saying? And shot themselves in the chest. And so, Adidas is, they done for. They done for. You know what I'm saying? I used to get a couple top tens. You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? But we got to quit patronizing these Cro-Magnon Neanderthals, especially when they play their hand and show you how they feel about you. You see what I'm saying? When they show you, and they just show you if they set to lose $1.3 billion, that already lets you know right there. You see, that money should have been going in his pocket any damn way. You understand what I'm saying? If you got that kind of staying power, you see, if you got that kind of staying power, and you got an economic, ability to, put out $1 billion worth of material, then you know what? It's time to cut the middleman. You see, it's time to get the whole cake. You see, too many times, you know what I'm saying? Uh, Too many times we get a piece of the pie. You know, we okay with a piece of the pie. You see, but it's time to get the whole cake. You see, it's time to get the whole cake, and that's what it should have, because he getting the whole cake. You see, that's why he used to, being in the type of position he in, because he getting the whole cake. You see, everywhere you look, he getting, from our neighborhood, we ain't getting nothing out of our neighborhood. You see, and too many of these entertainers, these athletes, and so on and so forth. You see, they making a piece of dough. You see, now, Kanye did show that some of that shit on paper. You see, some of that on paper, and so y'all flying, and that just show you how far that digital thing and shit that they doing and that they trying to move into. You see what I'm saying? And they able to lock your shit down, and you know what I'm saying? We got to move past that. See, that's that other hand, and when we come, we talking about the whole situation, not just the situation Kanye in, because a lot of more people in that same predicament. You understand what I'm saying? And they not willing, to take no type of chances with their couple dollars. That's why they gonna keep it quiet. You see what I'm saying? They not willing to take that hit. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? If you feel like it's that time, because you, nobody knows what goes on, where the nose goes behind closed doors. You see what I'm saying? So whatever the man's situation in, or the person's situation is, you see, it might have been time for him to make that move. You know what I'm saying? That it could have been a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that we not privy to. And so he felt it was his time to just ride on out. You see what I'm saying? It was his time to ride on out, and that's okay. And if you feel you could, if you felt like it was going to be a situation where it wasn't going to be beneficial for to stay in this the economic relationship with Adidas no more, then hey, he made his move, and I'm quite sure the man loved money. So I don't think he was, at the end of the day, that he would have just, blew $2-3 billion. You know what I'm saying? And so but at the same time, it just show you how they manipulating, and how they, all across the board, whether it's music. You see, they take your music, you writing them lyrics, and you the motherfucker in there singing their goddamn they Adam apple out. You know what I'm saying? And they're singing like a motherfucker. You see, and then come out and you get 5%. Them motherfuckers getting 5%. God damn, you know what I'm saying? You in there doing all the work, and you get 5%. You end up owning the motherfucking record company. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get a loan from the goddamn record company get you a couple cars, get you a house and shit, because you got to play the part. You see, you got to play the part, so you got to dress up. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a couple, you got to put something in the closet to wear so you look like you're making a couple dollars and shit. You got to put your couple diamonds on and shit. Get you a couple nice little car. You can't be no big rap star, nigga. You riding around in a Toyota or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you end up getting a loan from the record company worth more than what your goddamn contract worth. And so goddamn you end up, your next damn your next damn album you put out and shit, and you got the damn you got to already be going into your next album, your next 2-3 albums. So a lot of people don't see shit. And yeah, a lot of people, you don't need a record label today. You don't, you know what I'm saying? But if you ain't got that paper, you're gonna have to be you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to do something. It ain't nothing wrong with signing with black people. Everything that we talking about, if a company got more money and is able to put you out and get you some videos up there and shit and still be fair with you. You see what I'm saying? So you can get the quality that you looking for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people can, get them a little video and they put their songs out and they doing pretty well. You don't need, you don't have to have that. You see what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to have something. You see, you ain't gonna just, everybody ain't even got that something. You know what I'm saying? They need some help. They might got the lyrics, they might got the voice, but you need some paper to exist in this world. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really what it boiled down to. And so instead of, we having these type of companies out here, you know what I'm saying? They're looking to put out quality. You know, this is the crazy shit today. And I don't hate on nigga, put out your music, nigga. This is a free world. It's a free world, but sometimes this shit too easy for nothing ass niggas to put some bullshit out too. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. They flood the market with a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's real talk too. You know what I'm saying? But what it boils down to and what we're looking at today is that you can inflict losses. You can inflict losses that they need you. They talking about scraping the man name up off the shit. You know what I'm saying? They can't sell it with Yeezy on it, so they gonna have to scrape the man name up off of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they do. Get them a new nigga if they can. You see? Get them a new nigga, but you got to follow. You got to follow suit. You see? You got to follow suit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that signed up gonna have to follow suit. And so is you the type of nigga where you ain't got no manhood? You ain't gonna speak your mind. Motherfucker sign you. You just you zip your lip. Even if you see injustices happen to your people, you the type of nigga just zip your lip. And I know there's a lot of niggas out there, and that's why it is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why. We got too many blacks out there with money that can come together and make a difference. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about just throwing money out there. You see, it ain't about just throwing money out there. It's about putting quality music out that that's gonna make a difference. We ain't talking about just signing anybody. You see, I like conscious music. You see what I'm saying? But do I do. But I like quality. I want to hear some goddamn lyrics. I don't just want no nigga to get up there, I'll take it embellish this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Take it to the show them that not only can you spit, some consciousness about your people, nigga, you can be the best MC at the same damn time. You see, there's nothing wrong with that. You see, but there's been a shift, to be able to put, flood the market with, a lot of garbage. And, knowing it is, it's the, it is the soundtrack of the community. And so when you look at, the movie that's being played, it's a movie of death and mayhem and community pillage and so on and so forth. And so they give you the soundtrack, and if you play that soundtrack and you just take clips of all the shit that's going on in the community, it's the right soundtrack. Disrespect of your own woman, quick to ride on your own brother. You niggas even talk about ambushing, pussy shit, you know what I'm saying? Ambushing your brother, you see, sneaking him and shooting him up for little, some bullshit. It's ridiculous out here, you see, and that's why it takes those who have, you see, those who have the mind, you understand what I'm saying, to know good music and know what's gonna sell. You see what I'm saying? And get out here and put out these type of artists that can shift this shit. You see? That they so lyrically inclined that they, even the niggas out, they can muscle in there and show a nigga something. And I know it's a lot of underground artists that's, if they got that, and niggas fear that. Believe me when I tell you that. You see, they fear that. When you the type of nigga that can take that, just like a Nas, but Nas is already iconic in his way. We need some of them young G's, we need some of them young queens that can spit it, you know what I'm saying, and beastie with it, you know what I'm saying, that can get up in there with these niggas right now and muscle them, you see, and stay conscious at the same time, and it's a lot of them out here, but see, they don't want that. They want the frequency that's out here right now. This is what they want. They want that type of frequency because at the end result, you got to see what is it, that the executives is looking for. And what is they looking for? You see? Because they don't want signing and putting it, and even if you don't need, you talking about distribution, and a lot of people, you don't need that, and you really never did. You see, when we say, that you never really did, and it was, but, who got, you still got to have some dollars, you see, and, you had some people, you had some family that did that. You see what I'm saying? But in the end, a project, you can have a dope ass project, but if you don't put the type of money behind it to really get, you can kill a damn, it could be a classic. It don't make no goddamn difference. You see what I'm saying? If you got to have some type of backing to get to get the wings up under it and get it moving. And so, I see all these niggas and they don't do nothing. All they do, the first thing a nigga do when he get a couple dollars, he get him a liquor. Oh, you had, man, I don't want none of that garbage. You see what I'm saying? I take that shit and pour it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with it. We get us a liquor. You see what I'm saying? And some old crazy ass, nigga invent a new type of weed. Oh man, you try that? No, nigga, I don't want none of it. You see what I'm saying? We trying to make shit happen. You see? And so, at the end of what we seeing here, as I said yesterday, you know what I'm saying? When you look at our community, and I'm for that. When you look at our community, we got to be about Black power. That's the only thing that's going to solve this issue. Nothing else. Not voting, you see, and anything, we got to reclaim first and foremost the economics of our own community. You see what I'm saying? By any means necessary. We've been in a disadvantage for a long time because look where we came from in this motherfucker. We didn't came straight up off the goddamn, and we ain't the plant and ain't left the plantation. Niggas think ain't shit. Niggas are still on the plantation. The only thing is they ain't even giving you a job to pick cotton, nigga. You can't even pick cotton today. You see what I'm saying? You just sit your ass still, nigga. Wait for a nigga to shoot you, or wait for the police to jump you and throw you in the back and shoot you. You see, whatever but it's no opportunity for black people. And a lot of time we should, we should have known we was gonna be in this predicament anyway. Because Marcus Garvey was telling us that the sands of time was dropping through the hourglass, and in the last 2, 3, he was saying even in the early 1900s, like this shit is up, nigga. You got to do for self. Time is running out. It ain't gonna be. He said it ain't gonna be enough jobs over here. You see, it's not gonna be enough jobs for you and them. You see, and they ain't even trying to employ all their own, and so they got throwaways in their own race that they done threw away, and they upset. And so even when you do get a position, they ready to do something to you because they feel you done took their place in this nation. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear them talking about make America great again, they talking about giving it back to those who had in the first, in the beginning. And I'm not talking about no damn Indians. I'm talking about when the white man took this shit over and he established it. You see what I'm saying? That's the way they want it, and that's the way they intend to get it back. Because you can't fuck the formula up. See, you can't fuck the formula up. The formula is you want to be able to work a motherfucker for little or nothing to where you getting as close as 100% as possible. You trying to get as close as 100% as possible. And when you look at how United States jumped ahead of everybody, you see what I'm saying? They jumped ahead of everybody because you had European powers that they was fleecing the continent too, and that's how they got ahead. You see what I'm saying? But when you get one, you got a labor force. You see, and you got all type of land over here. You growing shit. You land tracts in a new land and shit that's thriving with resources and shit and all of that. And you can work them for nothing. You own them. All you had to do is feed them some slop. You see what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. Feed them some slop. If they get sick, you might send them to the doctor, because you need them to continue to work. But that's about all the money you're going to spend. And so you getting damn near 100% of all the goddamn profit. And you talking about, and so that's America's economic model. You know what I'm saying? To work motherfuckers for little or nothing and get damn near 100%. Of all, profits, and, and you don't even have to pay for the, the manufacturing of the product damn near. You know what I'm saying? And so now, and when they feel that you done smarten up and you're not going to settle for such a low wage, they're going to go overseas and get one of them, one of the chinks and shit and work their ass and shit because they over there living in crazy poverty and shit. And so when they say they gonna give you damn 25 cent, you know what I'm saying, to them, that probably like shit, or 25 cent in American money, probably $10 and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so they gonna take that, they gonna leap at that. You see what I'm saying? They gonna leap at that, and so that's what they've been doing to neutralize any pushing for a greater wage. And at this point in time, we belittling ourselves to continue to work when knowing damn well where America is, and I'm not negating slavery or nothing, but where it is, where it has been for many hundreds of years, at least 100, at least 75 years being on top of the economic world. And here it is, niggas been here since day one, and motherfuckers who just come over here, communities that just come over here in the last 30, 40 years have a more sound economic base than we have, and we've been over here for goddamn 300-400 years enslaved. You see, you know what I'm saying? So that's, and so at this point, we got to, I'm just saying, you got to quit begging for anything. Any goddamn thing you gonna get, you gonna take it, nigga, or you ain't gonna get shit. Period. All that begging Cro-Magnon, these, you know, it's a shift in power right now. You know, it's a struggle for power right now. You see what I'm saying? Where you got, you know, you can see like, you know, you know, we was talking about United States versus China and or United States versus Russia. These motherfuckers is grouping together now. It ain't gonna just be no one country. It's gonna be five. It's gonna be 6-on-6, 7-on-7. You see what I'm saying? 12-on-7. It's looking like it's gonna be a serious world war out here. You see, they jockeying for power now. You see, some of them then graduated to where they got, you know, nuclear weapons and shit, and they ain't trying to fucking, you know, they ain't trying to fucking take nothing off of, you know, the so-called superpowers of the day. Shit, they tired of that shit. And so when you look at, you know, that's just like when Malcolm X, he was talking about the ballad of the bullet, which we way past that. We on the Collins said we on the bullet of the bullet. You see what I'm saying? And that's, you know, he was saying, God damn it, when you see how other people can got their shit together, you see how you can get your shit together. Period. You see, you niggas is, you know, when you bring forth a plan, show in history where people have used a plan like that and got out of the predicament, the condition, such as the one we in. You see, show it. You see, show it. How did they do it? You see, when you look at every goddamn nation on the earth right now, the majority of them, if they got an Independence Day, I dare you to go and look, every fucking nation, they're going to have an Independence Day. You see? You understand what I'm saying? And when if they got an Independence Day, ask yourself how the fuck they got independence. See? I'm just asking you, nigga. Just do that for me. I don't want to hear nothing about, what, nigga, go to every motherfucking nation on the planet and look at their Independence Day and see when and how did that Independence Day come about. You see? And so when you see how motherfuckers got their shit together, and so the reality is, majority of people ain't even talking about no liberation. They ain't talking about no nation building. They begging master, just give them a little extra piece of the pie. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, and they gonna settle in, you know, they gonna settle in, you know, and they not gonna threaten the number one spot because they already know what they're gonna bring. They ain't even got the ability to threaten the number one spot. Because if you still begging his ass for reparation, then you already know you ain't got the ability to approach him for the number one spot. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna go that route, you see, you gonna have to rise up on him, just like he did on the British. Okay? Ultimately, you see, like he did on the British. You see, they looked at the cards. You see, they looked at the cards. And they tried to play everyone because they didn't see no real victory. You understand? How the fuck we gonna beat the British? And the British is the largest empire on the planet at this time. You see, we ain't got no chance to beat them. But then when they looked at the situation they was in, and they played all the cards and shit that they could, tried to debate them, tried to, cop pleas and shit, and, for fairness and shit, and they didn't get it. And so ultimately, the little colonies over here, and they was up against the biggest empire in the world at that time, and they say, you know what? We rather roll out, because if we let them motherfuckers do, we gonna be done for. We'll never have no place, you see, on this planet that we could call our own, and we technically slaves to the. And they ain't looking, no, they looking at the colonies as basically slaves. They're not looking at them as if they equal citizens, as if they, because they done sent over, the slums of the damn prison system, Australia and all, and so they don't really look at them as equals. They know where they came from. They know they forefathers and foremothers, they let them motherfuckers up out the slums, and cleaned up their streets and shit and got all the filth out their streets and sent them all over the world to these colonies and gave them permission to do, brutal, commit acts of brutality on peoples all over the planet. You see what I'm saying? But we've lost nationhood. We've lost community. We done lost all of that. We done lost it all. You understand what I'm saying? And you can see people's is, like, what the fuck happened? They in a state of, despair and really in a state of shock, because sometimes you have to, people, they know something wrong, but they don't have all the information to really, explain why they in the fucking condition. And they know, but they don't have all the information. You see what I'm saying? To lay it out step for step for step. You see, but they know something wrong. What was wrong is, motherfuckers, you ain't supposed to integrate with somebody that could do you the way that they did us. That's just the fucked up predicament, a decision that, ultimately we was tricked in by various of leaders that drove us down this path. You see, we had leaders that knew that, nationalism, stay in your own community, fuck them. Who want a burger from a motherfucker, they don't, is spitting on you and out in the public, you go get it. He's spitting all on the damn, he probably took the bun and wiped his ass with it. You see, you want to, but that's how much you love him. You rather, instead of you getting your own restaurant and this man then openly said how he feel about you, instead of just saying fuck him and just go build your own, you rather make him serve you. So while you at the diner smiling, thinking, I done made it because now I can eat at the white man diner. He done went right back there. You didn't order the hamburger. He done took your patty and your bun and wiped his ass with it and put it and served your ass with a smile. Here, Leroy. It's the best one. You understand? Put a little extra sauce on it for you and serve that motherfucker to you well. You see, we got to put them out. I'm going to tell you this. They got to get out of our house. Period. We don't have, and I'm going to tell you like that, we don't have no room for nobody in our house. They got to get the hell out. You understand what I'm saying? If they want to make a living, let them go make it off their own people. You understand? If they want to open up business, go open it up in your own goddamn community. You see what I'm saying? The Arab got to leave the black community. You got to pack his shit up and get out. Today, you need to get up and get out. And we need to have, blacks that got that money that can open up gas stations. You're going to make the money. That shit you're going to make. You see what I'm saying? You got African nations that got gas. And you ain't got to go to the, to no European. You ain't got to go to the Arab. You ain't got to go to the Chinaman. You see, you can go right to Africa. You got African nations over there that's got, producing oil, petroleum, and all of that. And so if we wanted to open up our own gas stations, you see, we can open them up. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. And you can, employ blacks in their own community. You can push them out of here. You got the power to do that. But do you have the mind to do that? Y'all too busy trying to, kiss the oppressor ass. You think he's the superior. And so that's why you rather, shine and, Grammy Awards and lights and shit and camera and come on down the red carpet. Yeah, it's a red carpet for us, but usually it's our blood running in the damn street. That's the only red carpet we gonna get, you see? And we must, them dollars, if you can't pass some of that money to a black person, goddamn it, keep it in your pocket. Save it until you are presented with an opportunity to do so. You see, quit running over there to that air, buying all that garbage. Some of that shit ain't even a necessity. And so you running over there, I can see if it's something that's a necessity. You need it right now. You got to have it. You can't get nowhere else to get it. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing. But just to be waking up, running and taking every little dime you got and shit, and then we turn around and we look at our youth in the street and they walking around and they got economic prowess today where they can make some money and shit. they talking bad about the elders, even though we have to check them sometimes because it ain't everybody. But they feel like, hell, y'all ain't made no way for us. We making it for our fucking self. You see what I'm saying? And so instead of putting yourself in that predicament where the youth is looking at the elders like, you ain't did shit for me or this, that, and the third, everybody got to belittle themselves and go outside of the community and work for somebody else. Black people have been an integral part of this nation, which has been the wealthiest nation on the planet. And at the minimum, we should be, if the white man in America is by far the richest in the world, you see what I'm saying? We should be number 2. You understand? As far as peoples or communities on this planet, you understand what I'm saying? The black community in America should be richer than any other community on this earth, regardless of race or color or anything. We should be number fucking 2. You see what I'm saying? We should be number fucking 2. That's the only way I see it in this predicament. Do I want to stay there? No. I want to move out of that and become number 1 in our own nation. That's what we want to do. But at the minimum of being here and being in such a supposed wealthy nation for so long, and we've been here and been an integral part of it from day one, is nothing less. We should be number 2 as far as the richest damn community on the planet, bar none, race, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Bar none. You see? Bar none. They should be goddamn in fear of disrespecting us. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing, and matter of fact, if in the thing about it, and I'm about to get, just looking at what happened with Kanye. You see, if we was to be in that predicament, let me tell you something. It's no way, if we were in that predicament, man, a lot of this earth would be impoverished. Because the only way that a lot of these communities, I'm talking about the Koreans, yeah, I'm talking about the Japanese, you see, I'm talking about the Arab, I'm talking about all these European communities that came over here and the white man in America gave them, they got package deals to come over here and come to the black community. They got package deals, you see? And so if black people were on their A game and they didn't have, because the white man ain't gonna come in there and let them do what he did, that they did in our community, he's not gonna let that happen in his community. He ain't gonna have that. You see what I'm saying? So if we shut down that opportunity for anybody to come over and pillage and economically plunder our community, man, their asses will still be over there riding on goats. You see what I'm saying? When you look over there and borrow all in there, the Arab Emirates and Bahrain and all that shit, Dubai and shit. You see areas, them motherfuckers was just damn near 50 years ago. They was over there, riding across the desert on goats and shit and camels. And many of them still, you understand, riding on goats and camels. But that's what they was doing. You see what I'm saying? You didn't took motherfuckers and shit that, and I'm just gonna say what it is, because we didn't, these motherfuckers, take a dump in a bucket. You see, they be in the goddamn gas stations and shit. They ain't left them ways. They'll take a dump right there in the bucket. Motherfuckers be around, air come out of the desert, riding around Detroit selling ice creams. I mean, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Selling ice cream. What the fuck you know about ice cream? You see what I'm saying? They start selling pizza out the damn liquor store. You see what I'm saying? Didn't even know what the fuck a pizza was. You see? Didn't even know what the fuck a pizza was. And so this is the dilemma that we are in. You see, and anybody that tell you, I don't care what nigga he think he's slick or whatever, any nigga that tell you should stay in this condition and shit, and you should not rise up out of this condition, and you shouldn't empower your community. And when I say empower, the economy of the black community should be controlled at least 95% by that community. Grocery stores should be owned by blacks, which means we should have black farmers. We need trucking. We need to move that back and forth all over the country. You see, we need to be able to transport, so we need to be able to grow. You see, we need stores. You see, and we need clothing stores in our community. You got all these blacks out here that's making clothes. They need to have some type of distribution. We need some blacks to come together and have a distribution company, bring in, and then we could, you go to the distribution center, get all type of clothes and sell it in black owned. You see what I'm saying? And open up clothing stores all throughout. And so we don't have to go out to the mall. We don't have to go downtown. We can buy all our clothes and our shoes, the things that we like. We like to look good, and the world know that. They know we like to smell good. And so all of that, we need to have the products. You know what I'm saying? We need our food. We need our product. You see what I'm saying? And in schools, we need all of that. But ultimately, even though that must be the template, and we must, attempt to implement that template as soon as possible. If we do not do that, a lot of people gonna miss the mark. We're not gonna be able, and we can save a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? By implementing, and I'm not saying niggas, some people just ain't gonna be able to make it. You understand what I'm saying? They so far behind the 8 ball that, they in dismay. You see what I'm saying? And so in order to get the ball rolling, we need people that got that money to, implement some things, and they gonna get the paper back. It ain't like they ain't gonna get the paper, they gonna get the paper. And you know what I'm saying? We need to open up businesses that can employ, and where the family that got money can continue to make money and make bigger money and empower their community at the same time. You see what I'm saying? And then, you demanding that the community step up. If the family gonna put together an economic package to uplift the community, then you got to step your game up. And when you bring your ass to work, nigga, you coming to do excellent work, and so that we can, thrive in this black power, blueprint that we got laid out. It's the only one that's gonna save us. You see what I'm saying? We got to put them up out of there. And lastly, I'm gonna move on. Lastly, we got to get these people that don't reflect the community, in office, mayors and shit. And you got mayors over black cities. That's embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing. It really is. You see what I'm saying? That just show you the mind. Motherfucker got white worship syndrome. You know what I'm saying? White Christ syndrome. They need a Christ figure, a white Christ figure. And so you got all black cities. Detroit is one of those cities. You see what I'm saying? Blackest city in America. You see by percentage, and got a white mayor. And motherfucker got enough nerve to talk about South Africa. And yeah, South Africa. Look at goddamn Detroit. The percentage is even higher in damn Detroit and some other cities that elect, but it just show you. But in that sense, they took the power. In our sense, you niggas voted this motherfucker in. So that just show you where the fuck they mind is at. You see what I'm saying? You gone, nigga. You mean to tell me you done gave up on black excellence, and you can't even put somebody in power that look like you, that could do the job, that can look out for the people? No, y'all, you niggas is gone. So whatever your ass get, that's what you fucking deserve, because you should know better than do some hoe ass shit like that. Okay, and I say it just like that. I don't care how you like it. Raw is a hell of a motivator. You understand what I'm saying? When you lay it out raw, it's a hell of a motivator. So family, dropping Kanye will cost Adidas 1.3 billion. And so when you see how you need to inflict more damage, drop them goddamn grocery stores in your community. It show you that they depended on you. You see what I'm saying? So much. And that wealth and that bag of money that they taking out of there every goddamn night and taking it back to their community, empowering your community, that belongs to the children, to our women, and to the community as a whole. You niggas have squandered away whatever opportunity that the black community had to save itself, just so that you could sit next to this Cro-Magnon, hairy-backed Neanderthal. You see what I'm saying? And so today you gonna have to wake your ass up. We got to call a traitor a traitor. We're gonna have to separate and say what it is, because we are in dire strait. It very well might have to take a civil war within the black community to dissect from these niggas. You see what I'm saying? That want to continue to live this pathetic life of servitude and pretending to have something that they don't have. Quit buying that fake money. Quit and putting it all on the videos. You ain't got that. You see, but you can have it if you come together and empower yourself with black power. The only blueprint Marcus Mosiah Garvey, who laid it out for us, and it is still to this very day. I don't give a fuck which one you point out there. To this very day, it updated. I got you. Gas, global African supremacy. I got you. Updated. The blueprint is still the same. The fundamentals are still the same. You see, work it, put it in action, and I guarantee you, prosperity will be yours soon. This is the General Sara Suten saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. Wait a minute, what did the brother say? Yo, say, do you think Kanye is a traitor for exposing the Jews? He's a traitor. I think he's a traitor for fucking with that white woman. You understand what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say he's a traitor for exposing. Why would he be a traitor? You see, but he danced. You understand what I'm saying? But I guess, he didn't think they was gonna go up in him so deep. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they told him. Maybe they told him 5 inches and they went 7. It was just too much. I don't know, family. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. All right, family. This is the General, and I'm out of here. I'll be back in about 2 minutes with another fly video. Peace.